monster guys, and what a matchup this will be. As you got Burke, a former champion, pitcher at the University of Miami, Justin Young, a used car salesman, going head-to-head here. And he's not afraid to dress up with some color. Let's listen in.
I like to get loud when I hit a good one. I like wearing the flashy pants, and it makes the game a little more exciting. It's just not your standard khaki. Hopefully it'll energize everybody, get them all screaming and yelling.
There is country, and then there's Justin Young. That is a different brand of country.
He's going to have to get his used car sales technique ready here to face Tim Burke. Let's see if he can bomb it.
Not finding the grid, but the ball on this night.
See that apex right there, 193 feet. That's way too high.
Yeah, he works so far underneath it, Michael.
You bet. The top flight tracer.
Club head speed down in the 130s.
Over 200 feet in the air with that shot. Again, as a downwind player, when he made the other final, he rode that wind big time. And again, on this grid, I just think that's just too high a launch. He's probably up there in the 14, 15.
See, that apex is right around 200. It's got to get lower. Got to move that ball position back a bit more. Flatten out that trajectory.
Losing everything right. Been unable to bring anything into play, and as we've seen, this is when the clock to the participant's right starts to speed them up a little bit. He's doing a nice job of taking his time, but he now is down to 1 minute and 15 seconds.
He's got to be careful. That lower body, we talked about this last night, his knees are doing a little sliding towards the target. Look at that, 224 feet.
I watched every shot this week, 154 players, okay? And not many can change with the conditions. They just do it one way, peg it high, he works underneath it, and he stays with it.
And once again, just an inability to draw the golf ball right now. This thing, it's right from the get-go, Michael, and it's not coming back.
Well, and now he's got to start thinking, I got to get this in the grid. I mean, distance is important, but you got to be in it.
He will have his last chance ball no matter what happens, but we're down to 30 seconds. He likes this one, likes it a lot.
Again, watch the different action of this ball when it hits the grid versus, the shot that Will Hogue hit. You see how much more softer that lands.
Is on the board at 373. It's a number at least to look at. 10 seconds.
That had less spin on it, Michael.
Let's see what the apex is here.
That had less spin. That's going to get a little more roll.
A little more. 380, 385, 386.
Good shot.
386 for Justin Young. Will it be enough here to move on to the Final Four? Only Tim Burke can answer that question. Took a while to dial this in. Tracer.
And you can see how flat that trajectory is. Right. That's one of the most important things for that shot at that club head speed. You get it up in the 150s like Sedlowski, might be able to get away with a little bit, but when you're down there, you've got to get your distance on the ground.
That's a good ball, 386. It's 5 yards from Esslinger, who killed it. Again, Will Hogue hit a freak ball, but this makes Burke think a little bit. What a different mentality as a player if you're facing low 370s versus now upper 380s.
Tim Burke, a player with extreme confidence, Michael, that believes physically he's as gifted as any player here.
He is. He's got it all. 6'6", trains so hard. Now this is a question of whether he hit it solidly or not.
That's cooking. That's cooking.
Not only is that cooking,
That's
that's
it.
moving on. Last chance ball, but it's over 400 yards. Our second ball of the night over 400. And now Justin Young will get one last chance, but Burke thinks he has more.
And what Burke wants to do here is set a tone to the rest of the field. Let me show you how far I can hit it.
Well, and let's not forget, too, he had a very difficult time getting his ball in the grid over the last couple of matches. Now to be able to start out with that tee shot and then this one that just missed the grid.
But again, he's trying to send maybe a 410 message. This is the guy that holds the record in the finals at 427. I think right now it's a mental state for him.
Pay attention to that apex. The apex on that one, 130. Watch how much lower and flatter his trajectory is. That one open face, he lost it right.
Michael, knowing if you're Justin Young right now, knowing you're 90 seconds away from your last chance ball, would you be stretching? Would you be moving around? Would you be sitting in the chair?
Well, if it's me, I'm going to be doing everything I can. He's obviously resting a little bit. He probably is going to stand up here with about 30 seconds to go and start stretching it out.
Burke placed that one. We'll see what the number is.
Yeah, right now, Burke's just freewheeling. Again, he can hurt himself by overswinging and hitting ugly shots. He doesn't want to do that. But again, he's trying to set a message right here.
And I think this is one of those things similar to Will Hope.
Burke hits so many balls in practice, though. I mean, this guy hits literally hundreds. He cannot tire himself out. Burke will not overhit, but he can get himself out of rhythm.
40 seconds, already 401 on the board.
And this is a number again for Justin Young.
Does he have 401?
I just don't know how somebody in the 130s can make the ball go 401 yards. I just don't see how that's physically possible. Unless he maybe hits a sprinkler that's not covered.
He's certainly going to have to get a fortunate bounce.
Yes.
No doubt.
Yeah, now it just becomes who's got the fastest car.
One final ball for Tim Burke. Can he top his 401 that's already on the board?
What a clinic. Big statement. That was a little heel, not as much as the other ones.
This is a guy in the past that did struggle with accuracy, but not tonight. Tim Burke peppering the grid and walking off with 401. Now we move back to Justin Young and the last ball chance. One effort, one chance, no practice, no warm-up. What do you have in this for this last chance ball?
Well, you probably are going to change your driver. You can see they've got three out there. All the shafts are very similar, maybe a little bit longer shaft in one of them, but loft on the club face is probably a little bit different. Justin might be going to a little less loft to try to bring that trajectory down.
He says he likes to be loud. He'll have a chance to bring this crowd to its feet here.
That was his highest club head speed, though, 138.
Right.
And Tim Burke is moving on. We are 2 for 2, ladies and gentlemen. Two players on to the Final Four. Both have eclipsed the 400-yard mark. It is a display of power that, frankly, we didn't know we'd see this week. Into the win, these players are defying the odds as Hogue at 404 and Burke at 401 are moving on. What a semifinal matchup that will be.
A rematch of 2013 in the semifinals when Burke won.